Good news, it didn't make a mess. Bad news is, trying to cover it, some of it went up my nose. Oh, God. I am going to punch him. Oh, little 10-year-old punk I was babysitting earlier. He likes to shake the drinks before giving it to me. Practical joke, thinks it's funny as hell. I did it to him once. Alright, also, this did not plug in properly, so I had to reactivate it, so I want to make sure everything's properly synced. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Synced. Alright, so where we last left off, we did a bunch of Firewalker side missions. Now we're gonna get into the character missions. We got 2 of them over here that we have not done, been sitting here waiting for us to do, along with a bunch of other stuff. Excuse me. So I think we're just gonna go from the bottom up. So we're gonna start off with Jacob, and we gotta travel to Alpha Draconis and the Rosetta Nebula. Do we have anything in the Rosetta Nebula? Alpha Draconis cluster? We do. Actually, there's 4 of them. Although the other one's in an Enoch cluster. Alright. Hang on, let me see if there's any, Tuchanka, Citadel, Omega, Citadel, Valhalla and Threshold. Okay. Any mail? I don't think so. Nope. We have no new messages, so we're just gonna get right into it. Alpha Draconis, or right here in Enoch. Right, so while we're here, let's take a look at. There's just 3 planets here that have. There's a fuel depot right there, so don't worry about that. There's like 3 planets here that have pockets of element 0. What's this? Goliath. Hydrogen helium gas giant Goliath's orbit takes it near the system's mass relay, a useful event for drive core discharges and automated helium-3 refueling platforms. Unfortunately, its orbit is currently taking it away from the relay and will continue its this inconvenience for the next 3 galactic standard years. Not this one. This one does not have element 0. This one does. Mizraim. Am I saying that right? Small gas giant is primarily hydrogen and methane around a rocky core. There is no remaining trace of the civilization from Joab on Mizraim itself, but debris orbiting the planet indicates that its artificial satellites were once in place before being destroyed. Now there's some element 0 here. That's not element 0. There we go.
Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe.
You mean to tell me this whole side of the planet is empty? There we go.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away.
That's it?
Probe
Thought there'd be
launched.
more pockets of element 0 around here. Alright, that's fine. Still some. Wasn't a complete loss. Which one's this? Laban? Yep. Laban is a desert world with a sea upon sea of scorching hot iron oxide wearing away marbleized cliffs. Cliffs, not cliffs. What's wrong with me? Its atmosphere is thick and layered with significant levels of oxygen trapped under an upper helium layer. Initially, surveyors detected traces of iridium from orbit, only to find a surprising archaeological discovery. The iridium came from bunkers on the surface, blown apart by a dreadnought-class weapon. Logical conclusion was that the civilization on Joab had reached Laban, and its outposts here were destroyed to make their extermination complete. Oh, there you go. Someone went through with Exterminatus.
Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe.
And a big old chunk of iridium.
Probe away. Probe away.
I was planning to play some Destiny before this, but I got stuck playing Elden Ring while it was up. Destiny was updating, so I have not gotten the Mass Effect stuff that just came out today.
Probe away.
And I think I might still have some silver laying over so I can buy an armor set. Hello.
Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched. away.
Was there any other interesting stuff going on in Destiny aside from that's connected with the oh, holy crap, connected with the Mass Effect content, or is just stuff that's in the Eververse? You get like little Easter eggs or nods and such.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched.
Alright, that's good enough. What's the other one? Joab.
I have detected an anomaly.
Oh. The heck's on this planet? Joab is a two-moon habitable planet that is most well known for its mass extinction event, not effect. 2,000 years ago, or thousands of years ago, Joab was home to a primate-like spacefaring civilization as well as abundant flora and fauna. However, this can only be deduced from time capsules put into the ground while outside habitation centers. All cities and detectable dwellings were targeted in a massive orbital bombardment that turned them into vapor. The resulting dust shroud killed all photosynthetic life and all fauna dependent on it. Today, humans have recolonized the planet and are rapidly introducing their own species, beginning with cyanobacteria and heterotrophic bacteria to bring suitable level of oxygen and nitrogen for respiration. Travel advisory: atmospheric pressure at sea level on Joab is double that on Earth. Visitors with upper respiratory infections, emphysema, cancer, or a history of thoracic surgery should consult their physician before landing at Joab. Speaking of Aquatine, first I had that insane Alright, we got a anomaly over here.
I have found something.
Mercenary activity detected on the planet's surface. Communications match Blue Sun's encoding protocols. Possible location of rumored site of illegal archaeological activity. Blue Sun's intentions unknown. Let's go check it out. Who are we taking with us tonight? Well, since we got him, his music playing for the pre-show, let's get Garrison here. So who's our second? Tally? Alright, let's get the old crew in here. Hang on. What's her look? Interesting. Yeah, we'll go with the default. We haven't used her. She has 22 squad points. Auto level up. Geth plasma shotgun. Didn't know you were into that. Garrus, I'm gonna give you something a little bit more. Oh. I guess I'm the only one that can use that sniper rifle. Sorry, buddy. I guess Chicken didn't hear me. Oh, there you are. Was there other stuff going on that was like Mass Effect related aside from stuff released from the Eververse? Just cosmetic? Okay. Missed it by that much.
Yes, take that.
I like that, Garrus. Oh, hello. Yeah, let me hijack one of these and I'll just get him stuck on one of these rocks. But yeah, they got armor sets for all three classes in Destiny. The Titans get the N7 armor that Shepard's got. I think Hunters either have an armor set that's like Garrus or Tally. It's one of those two. And then the Warlocks have an armor set that looks like Liara's. And then you can be able to get the Normandy for a ship. And there's also a themed Sparrow and Ghost Shell.
Let's go.
Excuse me.
Combat drone away.
Oh, that's your drone. Okay. Tally, you okay? I just saw you stuck on that wall for a good couple seconds. Ow! What the frick?
Go for the optics. Got one.
And that's where we're supposed to go. I'm gonna need to get a haircut soon. Ooh, coffee. Commander Santiago, hope you're doing well. We require your services once again in the transport of ourselves, our equipment, and our recovered artifacts. I've dispatched our representative to meet with you regarding the details of the transaction. Given the sensitive nature of our cargo, we expect discretion in this manner. Dr. Farron, Chief Researcher. Dr. Farron, of course you can count on us to offer you escort and transportation. We've sent men and ships your way in good faith. The Blue Suns. That's leading that way. So what's over here? Oh, okay. I'm fine. Nice of you to join me. Lieutenant Locke, once the artifact is secured and in transit, your orders are to take your men and rendezvous with Captain Voorhes aboard the MSV Strontium Mule in the Aaron Larkin system in the Omega Nebula. Assist Voorhes with the capture if needed. My first playthrough, I tried to vary my squad, but ended up defaulting to these two. Prothean video log. Well, at least it's not a darkness ship. Not a pyramid ship. Oh, not this crap again. God dang it.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you, Kelly. Let's see. We did a little due diligence with a little. We did a little due diligence on this Lieutenant Locke and his rendezvous with Captain Voorhes. I guess. The coordinates we obtained were the last known location of the MSV Strontium Mule, and added to their galaxy map. Turns out that the mule is carrying valuable cargo, including intel of a sensitive nature. We'd like you to track down the Strontium Mule, recover the cargo. Please pass the information to us if you can keep any other items of value you may find. Do what you will with the Blue Suns. So is that just a mission in and of itself? Oh, it is. Recapture the derelict ship in the Omega Nebula. Aren't we in the Omega Nebula? Oh, it's down there. Alright. Well, that will have to wait. Let's see, Alpha Draconis. Wait, Oh, we gotta get more probes. Let's see, what's that Alpha Draconis? Planet 2175? Still firmly unnamed, this planet is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with 21 moon-sized objects. Oh, okay, yeah.
I have detected an anomaly.
Named after an Asari scientist, this remote planet appears to have been on the list of forbidden mass relays that led to uncharted space. The little data available comes from one far-off probe flyby that reports 2 planets orbiting a white dwarf star. Your own scans yield far more interesting results. The planet is within the habitable zone of the star. It has oceans of liquid water and a thin nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere consistent with carbon-based plant life. It is possible that as an yet unexplored garden world. It is possible this is an as yet unexplored. Okay. Alright. Let's look for the element 0 first.
Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Holy crap.
Probe away. Probe away.
Scheduled suborbital deceleration recorded. General distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration
away.
BW46.
Scans have found something.
Oh, I already found the anomaly. I'm still searching for shit. Did I at least get the element 0? I think I did.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away.
Down we go. Yeah. Since we got Jacob, let's get Garrison there.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Is there supposed to be dialogue?
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
It must have after so long.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
Is there more on the repeated? Okay. Yeah.
Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't know.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
They've seen it. Got no shield!
Gotta hurt! Nice shooting! Scratch one!
They didn't have neural decay. They were insane.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost. We need to find someone who can make sense of this. Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Huh. They're from the same group as the ones that attacked us, but these are docile.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Possibly, but the female on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face. I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands. The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
Lady, you must have me confused with somebody else.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
Subdue and suppress. Your captain demands obedience. Weapons are forbidden.
Want my weapons, come and take them from me. I'd say Loki.
His mechs shoot without question. Not exactly a long-term discipline solution.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
Please, here. You could end it. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle, or towed. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Oh, fire in the hole.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
God damn it. It's really him. Just got free. He's covering his ass.
The old corpse was posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back. Incoming!
Allied force casualty.
Careful. I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent.
Missed it by that much.
Got him! Have a nice trip!
Allied force casualty collision pucks impact. Excuse me.
I had to keep them busy, distracted, but it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
It took years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
Enemies ahead! Shocked! You kill what will stop you!
Have a nice trip!
Watch for drones.
This guy.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. Toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to
Is that
anyone
Dave
else in the
Fennoy?
galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
That's one down.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
upgrades. Nope. Messages? Nope. Alright, let's go talk to see if Kasumi has anything new to say. If not, we'll just keep going.
There you are. Jacob deserves better than a father like that. I probably would have wanted to shoot him too. Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one. Sometimes she seems like a person. But when it comes down to it, I can't get past her being a computer. This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert. I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hand. I might have to start cloaking through the CIC from now on. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Bye. Alright, so who we got next? We got Jack. Let's talk to Jacob real quick. Got anything new? Probably not, but...
Thanks for diverting to the Gernsback, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. And don't worry, it will not affect how I do my job. It's over.
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Alright.
Commander.
Just that little comment, that's fine. Alright, so for Jack... Praja in the Dhaka system, Nubian Expanse. Where's that at? Nubian Expanse. Dhaka. Kalabsha cluster. Let's take a look at that real quick. Tefnut. Not the planet I'm looking for. Hydrogen and helium gas giant Tefnut is home to helium-3 collection and the nearest refueling facility for the Nubian Expanse's mass relay. As such, it is a major gateway to the Verge and Terminus systems and has become famous for its hospitality industry. Tefnut's motto is known throughout the galaxy: like home, only better. Visitors here can stay at inexpensive resort stations, watch locally produced entertainment, buy mind-affecting substances not welcome in Citadel space, and rent companionship. Resources are shipped in from Yam at substantial discounts, allowing small space stations to have surprising luxuries, such as edible arthropods and large amounts of fresh water. Yam. With over 90% of its surface covered in oceans, Yam is a habitable nitrogen-oxygen world, but its extremes can be quite hostile to sapient life. Heat from its extremely long days reaches dangerous levels, ranging from 24 Celsius at night to 53 in the afternoon in temperate zones. Hurricanes run unchecked across the oceans, and winds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour. While there are some arthropod-like animals, the predominant forms of life are various kinds of toxic algae blooms that stretch hundreds of kilometers across. However, other biohydrocarbon algae blooms are suitable for use as biofuel, and farming the green gold forms the backbone of Yam's economy. Let's see what we got here. Looking for them big spikes. Like that.
Probe away.
There you are.
Launching probe.
Jeez, that's a big mound.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away.
I was about to say it was like Space Vegas, but I think Vegas is more expensive.
Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
Hello.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Alright, we're done. Back to Dhaka. Let's see what these planets are named. Zernitra? Cold, distant Zernitra has an extremely low density and is thought to be mainly water ice around a small rocky core. It has little recommended. This is the orbit of the mass relay. Gamayan. Hydrogen helium gas giant with 6 large icy moons. The outermost one, Gigala? I don't know, is of note for a well-preserved wreckage of an ancient starship that was recovered by a Turian military surveyor. Little information has been released to the public on the vessel aside from a scholarly paper regarding how the internal layout suggests a horizontally oriented race. Alkanost. Didn't I see a planet like that in Mass Effect 1? that same name. Standard ice giant with a methane ammonia atmosphere, unusually strong magnetic field, which is occasionally useful when ships need to discharge their drives. Bannock. Large superterrestrial hothouse with crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere. High average density over 7 grams per cubic centimeter indicates that Bannock is a mineralogical treasure trove. If only there were some way to safely reach its seas of molten metal and loads of radioactives. The planet's mass is so great that trace amounts of helium and molecular hydrogen can be found in the atmosphere. The jungle planet Progea is overrun by choking hypergrowth caused by industrially mutated plant species. This, combined with its relative isolation and lack of population, has made Progea an occasional base of operations for drug runners, weapon smugglers, pirates, mercenaries, terrorists, and intelligence agencies seeking secrecy. Sustained habitation on Progea is extremely difficult, where mutant and even poisonous plant life can overgrow colonies in days instead of years. Let's go. Alright, so we got Jack. And let's get Garrus back in here. Let's, okay, we'll keep his alternate outfit. Let's give you the Eviscerator. I think you'll have fun with that.
I forgot how much I hate this place. See the landing pad? Has to be on the roof, or the vegetation would overgrow it in a few hours.
Shepard, I am picking up thermal signatures everywhere, except at your landing zone.
Something's distorting the sensors.
This was a secret Cerberus facility.
Yeah, they build their equipment to last. Assholes. It was a mistake coming back here, Shepard.
Get a hold of yourself. It'll be okay.
I'm fine. Okay, let's get on the ground. Let's just get in there and plant the bomb in myself. I want to watch this place burn.
Anybody home? Okay, this place is giving off alien vibes. I don't like it.
I never saw this room. I think they brought new kids in these containers. They were messed up and starving, but alive. Usually.
This is unbelievable.
The elusive man requested operation logs again. He's getting suspicious.
When we get results, he won't care what we did. But if he knew...
He won't find out. The elusive man requested operation.
Sounds like this facility went rogue.
He didn't say what they were hiding from the elusive man.
I remember thinking to this room, fighting here. I saw sunlight through the cracks in the ceiling. Only a half-dead guard between me and freedom. He was begging for his life.
Not that way. What was that?
We've been spotted.
Off by a second, chicken.
This looks like an arena.
That's right. They used to stage fights here, pit me against other kids. I loved it. Only time I was ever out of my cell.
What were they studying?
Hell if I know. Maybe that's how they got their kicks. I never understood anything that happened here.
How often did they do this?
I was in a cell my whole life. Sometimes they took me out and made me fight, filled me with drugs, other stuff. Time gets funny in a cell.
Did other children die in these fights?
I was a kid, filled with drugs. I got shocked when I hesitated. Narcotics flooded my veins when I attacked.
They actually rewarded you for attacking?
I still get warm feelings during a fight.
What the hell was wrong with those people?
I don't know. Doesn't matter now.
Let's keep moving.
Hell yes.
Security Officer Zimkel, Telton facility. The subjects are out of their cells. They're tearing the place up. Subject 0 is going to get loose. I need permission to terminate. I repeat, permission to terminate. All subjects besides 0 are expendable. Keep Jack alive. Understood. I'll begin the...
That's not right. I broke out when my guards disappeared. I started that riot.
Things might have happened that you didn't see.
The other kids attacked me. The guards attacked me. The automated systems attacked me. That doesn't leave lots of room for interpretation. This place is supposed to be empty. Who the fuck shot that Baron? It's a fresh kill.
Knock, knock. Who are these? Oh, blood pack?
Watch the left. Enemy charging.
Oh, I can do that too. Okay.
This should slow him down.
This should punch through their armor.
Why'd they need a morgue? This was a small facility.
I'm saying, some sick son of a bitch killed a lot of kids with these experiments and then checked his work.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive.
I'm seeing something that might suggest otherwise.
So strange to be back here. I feel like I'm pissed off. I'm a dangerous bitch, but then I'm a little girl again. Shit, it's complicated. Let's just go plant that bomb.
They've seen us.
Scoped and dropped!
They kept children here.
It's a two-way mirror. My cell is on the other side. I could see all the other kids out here. I screamed at them for hours, and they always ignored me. I must have come through here when I broke out, but I don't remember it. This is a bad place.
Entry 1054, Telton Facility. The latest iteration of Pergnum went poorly. Subjects 1, 4, and 6 died. No biotic change among the survivors. We lowered core temperatures of surviving subjects, but no biotically beneficial reactions occurred. As a side effect, all subjects died. So we'll not try that on Zero. I hope our supply of biotic potential subjects holds up. We are going through them fast.
This is bullshit. They weren't experimenting on the other children for my safety.
You can't help what they did to others.
You don't get it, Shepard. I survived this place because I was tougher than the rest. That's who I am.
You move on, harder and tougher. This might be useful.
Ooh.
Hey, Aresh. It's Kieran. Yeah, the intruders are here. You want them dead? We have to talk creds. You promised us lots of salvage, but this place is a waste. Fine, we'll put him down. Then I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
What are you doing here?
First we're gonna kill you. Then we'll see. Kill them on my order.
You first. Actually, let's save you for last. Garrus, on your right. Who wants a cookout?
Enemy charging.
Only room left is my old cell. Whoever Aresh is, he's in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his corpse.
Come out. We know you're here.
Who are you?
My name is Aresh, and you're breaking into my home. I know you, Subject Zero. So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only survivor.
My name is Jack. How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us so their experiments wouldn't kill you. You were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
I tried to forget this, but a place like this, it doesn't forget you. It follows you. I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece. I'm gonna find out what they knew, how to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
You do the same thing to new kids? Wasn't this forced on you?
Some were bought from poor families on Earth or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates. They did such horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
This place was like a prison. How did you get out?
We all attacked at once as they were taking us to the lab. They would have put us down, but then Jack got loose. When I came to, it was over. The guards, the scientists, and the kids were all dead. And you were gone.
I stopped it. All of it. Maybe the others did have it bad, but what you're doing is just messed.
Everything we went through must have been worth something.
We can blow up the place, but that still leaves him. What do we do with another you?
That's easy.
Just leave me here. This is where I belong.
Fuck that.
Jack, he's trapped in his past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy, and he's never gonna restart this facility. You have to let it... Your past doesn't have to control you.
Fuck! Get out of here. Go!
He's not worth chasing. None of it is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This room was my whole childhood. Give me a minute to look around.
Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different. I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry. I was pathetic. Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here. I thought that room out there was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good.
What oh, blood smear are you talking about? Oh.
See the scarring on the wall here? That's where I killed my first man. One of the guards tried to stop me. Instead, I stopped him. Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
Jeez. Could have just given us a couple more seconds.
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Touch me and I will smear the walls with you, bitch!
Enough! Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really. But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
Our mission is too important to let personal feelings get in the way.
Fuck your feelings. I just want her dead.
You both know what we're up against. Save your anger for the collectors.
I can put aside my differences until the mission's over.
Sure, I'll do my part. I'd hate to see her die before I get a chance to fillet her myself.
You two gonna be okay?
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
When this is all over, I expect you two to kiss and make up.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
I do. I suppose we should talk.
Oh?
I don't know what this is. If this is stress, or just blowing off steam, or...
I care about you, Miranda. And I think you care about me.
This is no time for emotional entanglement.
Might want to close the door behind you.
You and I know more about the Collectors than anyone. We know how unlikely it is that we're coming back alive. What idiotic bunch of hormones thought that now was a great time for love?
Who said anything about love? I'm just trying to get you into bed.
You ass.
Come on, Miranda. You want this.
Yeah, I do. So don't die. You promised me, damn it.
So I'm just getting flashbacks of Team America.
I died once already. I don't plan to do it again.
Give me some time. When I'm ready, I'll come by, okay?
I promise. Oh, Lord. Is Jack down here? Or no, she's down below.
I was just thinking about you. It's really weird to see Miranda smiling while she's working. And it's all because of you. Be gentle with her, Shepard. I can see why Jack is the way she is. I don't like it, but I get it. Good thing you broke up that catfight between Jack and Miranda. I was afraid they'd tear a hole in the hole. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
I'm pretty sure Liara is just gonna kick my ass over just hanging out with Kelly.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you. You don't know what it's like, Shepard, to have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Hard to walk away from it. You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let a wretch live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone, but I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
You sure about this? I want to do whatever I can to get your head on straight.
Don't get all therapist on me, Shepard. You're not the couch type. I hate that stuff anyway. Bullshit, prison, psych. You did me a favor, and that's enough. More than I expected. I'll keep it together.
Yeah, I'm more of a bed type.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should go.
Okay. Talk later.
Yes, I should go. Who do we got next on the list? Morden. Okay. Oh, Tachanka. So we can take care of Grunt and Morden at the same time, since both of theirs are in Tachanka.
Did you hear that we are sharing our deck with a Krogan?
Well, ain't that peachy?
Yeah, right. Ooh. Can I get more? Oh, I can! Oh shit. Warp ammo, flashes. Ooh, I can do barrier. And warp ammo.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you. I am Leslie. I was on a food made me sick. The doctors are helping me now. One doctor knows Jacob. He says he can tell you this. He could write this for me, but I want to do it. I need to use my words. My words are coming back. I can talk well. Reading is hard, but I am getting better. I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this. He wanted my words gone. I have to show him that he lost. I am not weak. He did things to me, and he can't now. He can't take away my words. He can't make me not me anymore. Because you and Jacob stopped him. Thank you, Leslie. Tuchanka! Where's Tuchanka? Krogan demilitarized zone? Anybody, is there anything here? Krogan DMZ Nith cluster. Where's the Nith cluster? Let's get some more element 0. Let's see, Nith cluster, planet Mentun. Whoa! The blue supergiant. Well, this place is gonna supernova soon. Vard. Methane ammonia ice giant until the Krogan rebellions. It had a sizable helium-3 fuel refining infrastructure. Once the solar arrays orbiting Nith were destroyed, the constant flow of anti-proton tankers visiting the system disappeared. There was little point to maintain the facilities, so they were shut down and abandoned. Today, the ancient stations are squatted by transients, criminals, and outcasts. Though there are few safe for habitation, neither the Krogan or the Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission, that's a mouthful, patrols care if they take their chances. Yeah, there's a little tiny rock. Oh, okay, here we go. Class B Blue Giant Nith was once the most strategically valuable system within Krogan territory. Though far too hot for habitable planets, Nith emits thousands of times the energy of a main sequence star like Earth's Sol. With the help of Solarian uplift teams, the Krogan constructed a chain of solar power collector stations in orbit around Nith. These vast arrays beamed power to particle accelerators on the surface of Mentun, which manufactured anti-proton fuel for warship thrusters. In the Krogan rebellions, the Spectre agents managed to get a virus into the computers of the solar power arrays. Every fifth array suddenly applied braking thrusters. The arrays behind them piled up, and were all reduced to wreckage. This has since dispersed into a relatively stable ring system. The Krogan never had the resources to rebuild the solar arrays, depriving them of their fleet's main fuel supply for the remainder of the war. Particle accelerators still exist on Mentun, but have not been used in thousands of years.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
There's a bunch of craters on this planet. Surprised this planet didn't burn up already, considering how close it is to the star. That's a big pocket.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away.
But yeah, I think as long as we don't mess with our star, it's only gonna go to the size of a red giant as it gets older. But even then, as it expands, the size of the star is still gonna reach Earth's orbit. So in a couple thousand years, Earth's gonna be consumed by the star.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away.
Hello. Jeez, all that and finally just dropped down to moderate.
Probe away. Probe away.
Moderate depleted.
Launching probe.
And more pockets to element 0. Nope, I think that's it. Alright, let's get out of here. Where's that last planet? Tula. Tula's... Okay, I think I remember this planet from Mass Effect 1. Tula's methane ammonia atmosphere traps the blistering heat of Nith, driving dayside temperatures up over 1,000 degrees. While some loads of useful metals are present, the planet's incredible heat makes mining impractical. Vaul. Hydrogen helium gas giant named for the ancient Krogan deity that stood watch for the enemies of his pantheon. The gas giant's moons are named after some of Val's myriad eyes and ears. The only reason to visit the Val system is scientific curiosity, which the Krogan lack. Is it Vowel or Vol? Kruben. Tidally locked Venusian hothouse, its surface perpetually obscured by clouds of sulfur and carbon dioxides. The first group of Krogan brought into orbit by the Solarian uplift teams requested a trip to Kruben. The Solarians at first thought the Krogan were confused about the nature of Kruben's environment. The planet is named for a Krogan mythological paradise in which honorable warriors feast on the internal organs of their enemies. In fact, Krogan astronomers had correctly deduced the nature of Kruben in the years before the global Holocaust. In the 2 millennia since, Kruben had come to be thought of as an ideal test of one's toughness. Every year, a few Krogan attempt to land on Kruben and exit their ships naked in an attempt to prove their Kroganhood. The planet's surface is littered with crust-corroded remains of their ships. Only one, Shath Norda, is known to have returned from the surface alive, albeit with most of his bones crushed and all 4 of his lungs damaged by sulfuric gas. Norda recovered from his trial and the adulation of his people, until he died in 1943. He could lie with any fertile female he wished. Damn. Canaan. Canaan's hemispheres contain an impact crater 700 kilometers in diameter. Dubbed the Renkat Basin, it was mined for light metals in the interbellum between Rachni War and Krogan rebellions. Any obvious resource concentrations have long since been stripped. Ruam. smaller of Aralak's hydrogen helium gas giants maintains a small helium-3 recovery infrastructure. Although the depth of Ruum's gravity well makes it inefficient to export, visitors to the Aralak system often top off their fuel tanks at Ruum stations. The Council CDEM maintains a token garrison to monitor any potential site of fuel to known subversives and terrorists. And finally, Tuchanka. Scarred by bombardment craters, radioactive rubble, choking ash, salt flats, and alkaline seas, Tuchanka can barely support life. Thousands of years ago, life grew in fierce abundance under the F-class star Aralak, a Rake clan word meaning Eye of Wrath. Tree analogs grew in thick jungles, the roots growing out of shallow silty seas. Life fed upon life in an evolutionary crucible. This world died in nuclear firestorms after the Krogan split the atom. A little ice age of nuclear winter killed off much of the remaining plant life. In recent centuries, many Krogan have returned to their homeworld. The reduced albedo has caused global temperatures to rise. In order to maintain livable temperatures, a vast shroud was assembled at the L1 Lagrange point. It is maintained by the CDEM, which is based on orbiting battle stations. Advisory: visitors to Tuchanka land at their own risk. The CDEM will not attempt to extract citizens threatened by clan warfare. The ecology of Tuchanka is deadly. Nearly every native species engages in some predatory behavior. Even the remaining vegetation is carnivorous. Travel beyond guarded areas is strongly discouraged. Let's go. Alright, so since we got both missions for Mordin and Grunt, let's get both of them in here. Wait, what about my barrier? Or did it replace it? Oh, I think it replaced. That's fine. You only get one power? Okay. I thought I could just keep piling on new abilities. That is not the case. There's no need for that.
The clan leader wants to speak with you. Keep your running pet on a short leash. Get him the right soon or put him down.
Do you know what's wrong with him? What he needs?
There's nothing wrong with him. Just go speak to the clan leader.
Is it Ponfar?
If you're looking for work, you're shouting down the wrong hole. The Blood Pack only recruits Krogan. Watch it, human.
You watch it.
neither one acceptable.
Also, I have been unable to access local medical records. I suggest asking the local clan leader for assistance with Grunt's problem.
This is the great Krogan homeworld. This is the land of Kredok, Shiagar, and Viol. This chunk of rock is barely worth standing on. Never thought I'd miss the tank.
Halt. You must wait till the clan leader summons you. He is...
You know what tradition demands. Clan Urdnot must respond. Your reforms will not go unopposed. You risk appearing weak at a critical time.
Shepard.
Rex!
Good enough? Excuse me.
Out of my... Shepard. My friend. You look well for dead, Shepard. Should have known the Void couldn't hold you.
Looks like helping me destroy Saren and the Geth has worked out for you. Glad we didn't have to kill each other on Vermeer.
Huh. You made the rise of Urdnot possible. Vermeer was a turning point for the Krogan, though not everyone was happy about it. Destroying Saren's genophage cure freed us from his manipulation. I used that to spur the clans to unify under Urdnot.
You abandoned many traditions to get your way. Dangerous.
Oh yeah, I can totally hear Michael Dorn.
Big one spoken to, Uvenk. I'll drag your clan to glory whether it likes it or not. Now, Shepard, what brings you here? How's the Normandy?
Destroyed in the Collector surprise attack. I ended up spaced.
Well, you look good. Ah, the benefits of a redundant nervous system.
Yeah. Humans don't have that.
Oh, it must have been painful then. But you're standing here, and you've got a strong new ship. Takes me back to the old days. Us against the unknown, killing it with big guns. Good times.
Sounds like you've got big changes ahead for the Krogan.
We are making a neutral ground where all clans are welcome. Fertile females can be shared among clans. We will strengthen the race as a whole.
You threaten everything that makes us strong. It will not last.
Maybe. Until then, you're lucky to be a part of it.
How do you maintain security with so many different clans in one place?
Any clan willing to send in hostages can come in. No fighting inside the camp. Each clan punishes its own criminals. We stop conflicts before anyone dies. Then we present a simple choice. Pay a fine and deal with your problems, or your clan is no longer welcome.
How'd you get Rex die to die in Mass Effect 1?
That doesn't sound very harsh by Krogan standards.
Allies from other clans like what I'm doing. They help deal with skeptics. Many are eager for an outlet. Every time I've declared a clan unwelcome, my allies have destroyed them. Word gets around.
I hope that works well for your people. But back to the reason I'm here.
We don't often allow aliens to do business on Tuchanka, but you're an exception.
I'm looking for a Solarian. He was captured by the Blood Pack and brought here.
My scout commander can direct you. He's probably near the perimeter running target practice. Don't take too much of his time. I need a constant watch on the other clans.
Paragon Rennet wasn't high enough to make him stand down. Wait, when was that?
I have a Krogan on my crew. He has some kind of sickness and needs treatment.
Vermeer?
Where are you from, whelp? Was your clan destroyed before you could learn what is expected of you?
I have no clan. I was tank bred by Warlord Okir. My line distilled from Kredok, Moro,
Jogger. You recite warlords, but you are the offspring of a syringe.
I am pure Krogan. You should be in awe.
Okir's a very old name. A very hated name.
He is dead.
Of course. You're with Shepard. How could he be alive?
I need Grunt back up to speed. What's wrong with him?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's becoming a full adult.
Ah, puberty ritual. Common among species with hormone-driven reproductive urges.
I don't care what aliens call it. Krogan undergo the rite of passage.
Too far, Rex. Your clan may rule, but this thing is not Krogan.
Idiot. So, Grunt, do you wish to stand with Urdnot?
What does the rite of passage require?
Not for me to say, Shepard. The shaman will discuss that.
You'll let a tank-bred Krogan join Clan Urdnot?
Only because he's with you. After all, you and I killed thousands like him. Not quite as big, but many. Clan Urdnot is strong, and the others will do as I say. They see the benefit of my vision.
What happens if he doesn't do this rite of passage?
If he was left here, he would be killed. The clanless are not respected. A tank-bred, probably more so. His disposition is what it is, right or no. That's just him being a Krogan. Okir didn't tell you that in the tank. Did he, boy?
This is his choice.
It is in my blood. It is what I am for.
Good boy. Speak with the shaman. He's over on the second level. Give him a good show and he'll set you on the path. You too, Shepard. How many times have you stepped in a mess for your crew,
I've lost count, but I don't intend on stopping.
Good to see you, Rex. Sure you can't come with us?
Wish I could, but I need to keep these short-sighted fools in line. Hunt well, Shepard.
See that special they had on the extranet?
That crap rots your brain. You should be out hunting. Fixing something if you can't hunt.
It was a special bid on the Citadel.
I'll tear you apart. You don't have the plates to try.
Biomedical firm Certa Foundation is reporting a medical breakthrough against a new strain of interspecies influenza. The development comes as a result of samples contaminated during a biotic attack on their research center 2 years ago. Fortunately, there were few casualties.
Space flu.
Eyes straight ahead.
You go beyond yourself, Gatatog Uvank. The rights of Urdnot are dominant. How do we know it will challenge him? He's unnatural. The beasts of the right could ignore him like a lump of plastic. They know blood no matter the womb. Your barking does not help your case. I'll speak for myself. This is the tank bread. It is very lifelike. Smells correct as well. Your protests ring hollow, Uvank.
Urdnot Rex has given us permission to seek clan status for Grunt.
Permission. That is good enough, if lacking in spirit. If this must stand on ritual, then I invoke a denial. My clan stands against him. He has no one. My patience is tested, but Uvank invokes correctly. Grunt, who is your Grant? Your allies willing to kill and die on your behalf.
How is a candidate tested if he brings backup on his rite of passage?
Not every Krogan can be the strongest warrior, but each must inspire his peers to battle at his side. If the ones who know you best can find nothing worthy in you, You should wander the wastes and die alone before you weaken my clan.
We stand with Grunt, as shipmates and comrades.
Shipmates are not the same thing. But I grant you aliens your simple interpretation. Aliens don't know strength. My followers are true Krogan. Everything about Grunt is a lie.
What the hell is your issue? What have you got against Grunt?
It doesn't matter if one of our own made him. He is a manipulation. He may as well be the genophage in the flesh.
The genophage defines the weak. My bloodline will make us stronger.
You sound like Rex, bringing radical change that threatens our core. We have gone too far already.
This is about politics. You maneuver like the Citadel Council. Does your Krant also fight with words?
You dare slander me in such a way? Impressive! You challenge with words, their natural weapon. And your Krant sees how your position weakens Uvank. Shaman, you cannot decide in his favor. What about Krogan tradition if you pollute the rite? You dare. I was a warrior before your mother was born. I speak with the authority of centuries. I decide who is worthy. That is the end of it.
I have other means to oppose this.
You have provoked them. Reason enough for me to like you. They're your problem now.
Do we need any special equipment?
To begin the rite, only the candidate and his Krant are required. You love battle, don't you, Shepard? The last gasp of a dying opponent. Bring your love of the fight to Grunt's trial, and he will succeed.
Is that Krogan gonna be a problem?
He is forbidden to interfere, will he? During the rite of passage, you must be ready for anything, Shepard. From what you've shown me, you will not disappoint.
You like flamethrowers? Because I've got one.
We've waited long enough. Tell us how this works.
Still your impatience, Shepard. For now, know that Grunt will be tested, and that you must adapt.
We're ready. Let's do this.
Excellent.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Oh no. Are you gonna have me drive this?
This is Tachanka's most recent scar. The last surface city to fall in the rebellions. The Keystone was at the heart. It has survived wars and the passage of centuries. It endures. Like the Krogan. If you wish to join Clan Urdnot, you must contemplate the Keystone and its trials.
What will happen?
Who knows? You must adapt. You must thrive, no matter the situation. Any true Krogan will.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the keystone.
You mean the button?
First the Krogan conquered Tachanka, and mastered a natural world only we are fit to hold.
The hell was that?
Here they come. I'm ready.
Hang on, I gotta bypass this real quick. Oh, they're fighting without me. Ah!
Enjoy.
What is this, horde mode?
Not difficult. One down.
I see them. They'll all die.
One down. Neutralized.
Here they come. I'm ready.
Could burn through any armor.
Worthy.
Then the Krogan were lifted to the stars to destroy the fears of a galaxy. An enemy only we could chase to their lair.
Crawlers, come to your death.
Whoa! What the frick?
From behind.
Warden? Oh, Warden's down. Mordin? Really?
We need to trigger the keystone to continue the rite. The keystone.
Now, all Krogan bear the genophage. Our reward, our curse. It is a fight where the only goal is survival.
Feel that? Everything is shaking.
Oh, you have got to be shitting me!
Headed for combat. Enjoy. Should burn nicely.
Ah!
Flammable or inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter. Should burn nicely.
Mordin, why are you getting so close to that damn thing? Did I get it? Oh.
We have company. Good. I want more.
You live, and you brought down the Thresher Maw. No one has done that in generations. Urdnot Rex was the last.
My Krant gave me strength beyond my genes, which are damn good.
True,
Your alien found weakness in some of my cramp. I wonder, you say you're pure. Okier constructed you? No alien meddling?
The best Krogan traits are distilled into Grunt. He's designed to be perfect.
Being designed is the problem, but not made by aliens. And he is truly powerful. That is a tolerable loophole.
A what?
A reason to accept you. You are a mistake, but your potential could tip the current balance of the clans.
You spit on my father's name, on Shepard's name, but now you stop ranting because I'm strong.
With restrictions. You could not breed, of course, or serve on an alien ship, but you'd be clan in name.
You talk like he's a thing. You're after his power. You don't really want him in your clan.
Of course not. I didn't really want to cooperate with Clan Urdnot either, but I had to. Clan Gatatog is on the verge, either of greatness or of joining the dust. I get traditional support if I fight you, and reformer support if I back you. Your rite of passage tipped that balance too.
It's your choice, Grunt. Sounds like an easy job.
That's the problem. I'm pure Krogan. Ulvink, you were the pretender.
Your head is valuable, whether you're alive or dead.
Just try to take it.
Incoming.
Shoosting begins!
Up close and personal.
Do the trick.
Damn it, I need more ammo.
On the ground, now!
Ow!
Hostiles charging.
You.
I'll put them down.
Fail.
Ulvink is meat. Let's signal at the Keystone to get out of here and leave him to rot.
That was fun.
You have passed the rite of passage, earning the honor of clan and name. Many survive, but it has been years since a Thresher Maw fell. Your names shall live in glory. Grunt, you are Urdnot. We now own property. Join the army and apply to serve under a battle master.
Shepard is my battle master. He has no match.
Understood. Congratulations, Urdnot Grunt. Accept this token from Fortak. His weapons are the finest we have.
What were you called before you became shaman?
I gave up my name when I became the shaman. I am a conduit for the rage and bloodlust of my people. It would be wrong to retain my old identity. My life belongs to the clan.
I want to know about Tuchanka's past.
Tuchanka is a place of great gifts. It kills the weak, torments the slow, and destroys the stupid. Survival is an honor, and here, Krogan thrive. We cover this planet with our civilization, only to burn it to the ground a dozen times over. Each time, we grow stronger. When we are wise and powerful enough, we will tame the planet forever.
I've never heard anyone say that wiping out their own civilization was a good thing.
I'd have thought you, of all aliens, would understand, Shepard. The Krogan empires and clans of the past were glorious, built in great battles and conquests, but their cores were weak. How else could they have fallen? When Krogan civilization achieves its apex, there will be no stopping it. No stopping us.
Tell me about Krogan rites and ceremonies.
You have seen the rite of passage. Krogans suffer the rite of life at birth, and the rite of honor when they wish to be considered for breeding. The rite of firsts is suffered before a Krogan faces a new enemy. A clan leader also undergoes many rites in service to the clan.
What rites did you go through to become Chief Shaman?
Becoming the shaman is excruciating. I passed through rites that made me wish to die. I carry the scars on my soul. I must perform rites each dawn and dusk to keep me bound into our Krogan nature. Our spirit is one of violence and death. I must be attuned to that.
Your job is awful.
Indeed.
I should go.
I should go.
May your foes be strong enough to keep you sharp.
This looks interesting.
All right.
Don't crowd the ambassador.
So we'll save right here. We won't do anything else. And we'll pick this up again next week. Sorry, grunt stuff took priority. We'll continue with Morden's missions after when we come back on Monday. Yeah, that'll be it for this week for Mass Effect 2. Tune in tomorrow where we continue with more Final Fantasy VII Intermission. And let's see, we'll see if we'll have time to do, or we'll have people down to do GTA either this Friday. If not, we'll try and see if we can be able to do it next Friday. I'm open to either one. But yeah, if you like this stream, head on over to the following links. The first one will take you to said Discord, where we have the rest of us, such as Oh Hey Mike K. Next week will probably be better. Okay, oops. But yeah, Oh Hey Mike K, the Batgwin, Gummed Off the Gray, many others in our circle of streamers. Check them all out. Come hang out with us. Come be lazy with us. A lot of fun stuff that goes on over there. The second link will take you to the sister site for this channel, which I still need to update. Haven't, but I need to get around to that. Turn this off. The second, I need to update it. Lost my mental scripting. Archive of all the past streams that I've done. And if you got any questions, comments, or concerns that you would like me to know about, or any suggestions that you might have for me for future Let's Plays or Retro Nights, head on over to the contact page and shoot them out to me over there. Alternatively, you can scroll down below or off to the side, depending which platform you're watching from, to also find the Twitter link, as well as other links to help support the channel, along with other streamers who aren't connected or affiliated with the Lazy League. They're just ones that I like to watch and follow. Check them all out whenever you can. They're all great. And again, thank you for joining me tonight for this session of Mass Effect 2. We're just going to keep going on Monday and Tuesday. Oops. Until then, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Love and hype. Life is good. What's wrong with me? I need to sleep. That's what I need to do.